intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
I said that, where the A side? Where the A side?
I do my best, but my best wasn't good enough.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game can see the Boxing Voice.
We're back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a third edition of the Boxing Voice Radio on a Monday morning. Really the fourth edition if you count and include, our Untitled that we already done on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. You can check that out where we talk a little bit of everything, specifically who's the new pound-for-pound king in the welterweight division, Earl or Crawford. Check it out on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. But this time, we're back today to discuss Earl and Shawn's overnight success. The pay-per-view just took place Saturday night, and we are already getting early numbers indicating that the pay-per-view is tracking and doing very well. First numbers that have hit the internet are 300 to 350,000 pay-per-view buys. I know that there was a lot of interest and intrigue as to, or should I say curiosity as to what this pay-per-view was going to do without the help of Mikey Garcia. Tables turned for sure. It's looking more and more like Errol Spence is an A-side. Yeah.
I said that, where the A side? Where the A side?
Dazn Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. He stayed at 147.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what up to everybody out there in TBV universe? Back with another one, and yeah, man, Errol Spence coming through, it seemed like in the clutch, with another 300 on pay-per-view. I'm kind of worried about the graphic, though. I thought it was about Errol Spence. Danny Garcia, I don't know why he's there. Keith Thurman, he did a Pacquiao pay-per-view, and we all know Pacquiao do good numbers by himself, so I don't know why he's there either. But there's only one proven pay-per-view success over on BBC, and his name has to be Errol the Truth Spence. But we'll break that down and talk about it, and talk about why I still may believe that this fight is 50-50.
So the reason that the graphic is demonstrating good old Keith and Danny and Earl. Now, it's obvious that they're all looking at a monitor. But because Earl chose to use this picture on his Instagram with the captions, "Told y'all the tables will turn," with the shark emoji, it does slightly give the perception, the indication that both Keith and Danny are looking at the hardware on Earl's side of the table, and the tables have turned. Once upon a time, those men had the jewelry. Once upon a time, those men didn't want to give Earl a shot. Once upon a time, those men were sitting with the belts and Earl was looking at them, kind of like this picture indicates. But again, because Earl chose to use this picture and the caption, "Told you tables turn," I felt like because this pay-per-view is tracking at a successful number, why not keep that theme? Tables turn. Now we got Danny stepping in his ring, calling him out, calling him the top dog. Tables turn. You muted.
I don't know about the tables being turned. Man, let me tell you why. Let me go down my soliloquy real quick. Now, we all know that the Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder fight was a possible huge fight for the sport of boxing. And we know as a panel over here at TBV, we were going for the 50-50, right?
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't AJ have 3 belts?
4.
4 belts, okay. And also, a U.S. pay-per-view is like the UK needs 3-1, right?
Yeah, $75.
All right, so let's just say Earl did 300,050. You know what I'm saying? So that goes up to
1.5. Not 1.5, 1.05.
Yeah, 1.05.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see Earl did that 2 or 3 times. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Anthony Joshua, 1.5 against Vladimir Klitschko. Thank you, Ness, for this morning, man. You gave me some ammo.
Uh-huh.
Anthony Joshua, 1.4 against Joseph Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Joshua, 1.1 against Alexander Povetkin.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, over here at TBV, we've been banging the drum and banging the drum and banging the drum. Deontay Wilder should get 50-50 for the fight with Anthony Joshua. I don't care what he does over there in the UK because American pay-per-view sells more, but Joshua is going to hold up his end of the bargain. So why would a super fight not like Bud and Spence? Because let's be real, a lot of the callers Saturday night called in and said, "Hey man, we want to see the motherfucking Crawford fight." A lot of these online experts are talking about Crawford. Eddie Hearn said he's becoming the B-side, which fits Eddie Hearn's narrative because he was out here about a year ago saying that AJ was the A-side and Wilder was the B-side because of the belts and the pay-per-view buys that he was doing. So it's totally consistent with Eddie Hearn always been doing. What I'm saying, I feel like people on this panel may be a little bit inconsistent with their reasoning behind why Earl deserves a majority of the split and Wilder deserves a 50-50 split. To that you say?
I say that Crawford is no Wilder. It's really that simple. To try and compare Crawford to Wilder is silly for many reasons. I mean, one, maybe Crawford would get upset because of all his accolades, titles, and achievements in the ring. He's won ESPYs, all that. Things that Wilder hasn't been able to do. But two, maybe Wilder would get upset for that comparison and say, what? How dare you? How dare you compare me to him? 50,000? Never. 100,000? Never. You know? Maybe Wilder might even get further upset and say, don't compare me to a guy that is owned. He has a boss. He's controlled. He's neutered. He has a muzzle on. He's tamed, chained, held back. All those good fucking synonyms where Wilder's free to roam, jump around, entertain offers, sit down at the big table with the big bosses and his big advisor, Al Heyman. No, go ahead. Come on. Talk to me.
You're misconstruing my argument. I was never comparing Wilder personality or outside of the rings. I'm compared to the situation that they are currently in. If Errol Spence goes on and beats Manny Pacquiao, he will be in a similar situation that Wilder was in when it comes to, Errol Spence will be the AJ and Wilder will be the Bud and my scenario.
Exactly.
And I understand you're saying that Wilder demands more cachet or is more interactive with the fans, and more fans love him, so therefore he gets more viewership. So with that being said, how much of a split do you think Terence Crawford deserves in a fight with Errol Spence?
I'm consistent, Mike. You ain't gonna get me to say nothing corny. I'm consistent. Like, remember when AJ was offering the 35s and the 40? I was telling my man Wilder to take it. When AJ was offering flat fees, I was telling my boy Wilder to take it the same way. My energy and advice is always the same. I was telling Wilder, get in the ring, please, on this show. I'm like, please, champ, do it for us. Just go there. Just be in that ring. Nah, man, I already done did that, Ness. Y'all don't understand. All right, champ, I tried, man. We begging you. We tried. We want you. You know what I mean? So I'm telling Crawford to do all the same things. But there's a huge factor that, you know, I don't know, maybe you can come up with a better argument and it helps the case. But I'm going to probably be ignorant to whatever you say moving forward to kind of defend that because Wilder is a heavyweight. And Wilder has gone viral. I mean, I just seen his Second South interview. He even knows he goes viral. He like, come on, man. I went viral with you on the and then this and that. Like, he know where he at. When Crawford start getting viral highlight reels, because I'm not saying he don't got those. He got those. You know, they show the Gamboa one all the time. You know what I mean? It's getting old, but they show it. When he start getting...
We personally show the Benavidez on every fucking TBV intro.
Word is born. You know, you got to love a pound for pound star. So it's what I'm saying is like, Wilder goes viral. Wilder is on billions. Wilder's doing movies. You know, he's rumored to be fucking, you know, Creed, Apollo, Clubber Lane's son. If that shit is true, it's over. There's no role better than that role for that man. If that's true, I can't even wait the camp start just to go there. But like, you know, the 50-50s and all that, it's a different scenario. Like you said, it is similar situation, but it's a different situation. Why? Because Wilder deserved 50% because you was trying to host your super fight on his soil. You couldn't do a super fight without him. That's why when you came to his soil without him, you had to get Big Baby on a stream. You had to get Ruiz on a stream. With Wilder, it was perceived and considered to be pay-per-view. Multiple country pay-per-view. So that's why Wilder demands his lion's share of the deal. Unlike Crawford, who's already shown he's a dud or a firecracker when it comes to pay-per-view buys, whereas my boy Earl right here, I mean, he's showing that he is the 4th of July when it comes to pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, Errol hot right now. I'm not even going to take that away from Errol. Like, I was hoping that the numbers were the same because I didn't want people taking any credit away from Earl. Like, I was kind of doing early on because I thought Mikey had a big thing to do with those pay-per-views, but it seemed like Earl has a big thing to do with those pay-per-views, man. He's turned into a real star now.
I think it's the best fight and the best, though, man. When are we going to give Porter some credit? Like he said, man, I called whatever that dude name is. Plus, he said, yo, I invited Bobby Brown. I seen an interview with Early Setback Channel that said that Bobby came out and said, yeah, Porter invited me to the fight. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Earl did 360, right?
360 what?
On with Mikey.
I mean, you know, I like to go with the first rumor, 400.
400,
360,
400. All I'm saying is, Earl was so adamant about Saturday night. Oh, Shawn, where you fighting at? Where you fighting again? Did Shawn have enough cash? He said Earl did 360 to 400,000. I did 350 my first time on pay-per-view. Do I deserve another shot, another crack at pay-per-view?
I mean, it's tough, bro. You the B-side. It's tough. It's tough. Like,
Mikey was the B-side, right?
Exactly.
And he about to get another B-side pay-per-view.
But that's the thing. Bro, they put those fillers out there to see how we feel for real. They listening. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think Mikey getting a pay-per-view. Now you hearing the whole tune-up, storyline being built up because they've heard enough of the fans say, hell no, he don't deserve a pay-per-view off of ass kicking. You know? Even Thurman that did magnificent in his pay-per-view fight. Yo, you gonna need a tune-up. Or you go in with a dude that's coming off a loss. So you could go straight in with Porter. You could go straight in with Mikey. But other than that, you know.
You don't see Shawn doing another pay-per-view?
Not alone, no. With who? Like Earl asked him, with who? He got to be the A-side. So you got to get a fighter lesser, you know, I don't know, however you going to quantify that, but you got to get someone under him now. Because it's going to be him and Berto. You know, that's his pay-per-view. He's the A-side to Berto.
Him and Keith want to be a pay-per-view?
Negative. He can't be the A-side to Keith.
I'm not saying, but down the middle, 50-50.
I mean, listen, maybe the world will pay for that rematch, but I don't think they would pay for that rematch coming off a loss and coming off a surgery.
I think both fighters need a fight in between, absolutely. But what I'm saying is, I think Shawn Porter, with the success that he's being reported to have on pay-per-view, him and Keith could easily do a pay-per-view next year. Easily.
I mean, next year is a whole different story. See, like Earl said, I'm fighting on pay-per-view next. Are you? Where you fighting at? So what you saying is build Shawn back to that level where him and Keith could possibly have a pay-per-view. Earl is saying next. I'm on pay-per-view next. Where you at? So, yeah, both men get cachet from the pay-per-view, but you know who gets the lion's share of it, and that's Earl, because his next fight's on pay-per-view.
How are we looking at Errol Spence now?
I mean, look, I would have liked these numbers to be a little higher, just so it could be like your title says, new pay-per-view king. Like if he came out and did some 800 shit, he's the new Floyd, you know. But he's building to that. I don't know. Let me Google Floyd pay-per-views because I know his first one did like 330 or 320. And then I don't know what his next one. His next one, I think it was with Gotti. And he took some time off. He ain't do like Earl. Earl went pay-per-view. Floyd ain't even do that. Floyd took some time off.
Let me get my take on it right quick. If I was Earl and I'm looking at Earl, I would look at him as the new guy for the pay-per-view model because let me break it down for y'all right quick. He fought Mikey Garcia on pay-per-view, right? The fight was uncompetitive. He won all 12 rounds. That might have turned some casual fans off. Like, I'm not about to pay to see a dude whoop his ass. I'm saying dude get beat 12 rounds convincingly. But no, those same fans, they showed up and showed out. They bought the pay-per-view again because Earl must have the star power. Is it Yella Beezy coming out with him? Is it the ring interest? Is it the whole man down? Or is it the swag that Errol Spence has when he steps in the ring? I'm gonna say I think we got to start looking at Earl in a different light, man. I think Earl is.
I mean, if we're gonna look at him in a different light, we gotta start calling him a different name. Maybe like Man Up.
I mean, he did get a man down, right? But the man went out. He got a man down, but the man went out. He did something that.
Oh, I didn't know we was changing the definition now. When that happened? Could I get the updated version of my Webster's Dictionary that tells me man down no longer means getting him out of there?
All I'm saying is this, man. He did something that Danny Garcia couldn't do. He did something that Keith Thurman couldn't do. And Danny Garcia, I can't wait till we talk about Danny again. I got some fire for you. I'm going to save it, though.
I like Danny's swag right now. He walking around saying, everybody know I punch harder than Shawn Porter. He can't wait to get in that ring with Earl. That's on you, baby. Ooh, yeah.
Is it that or is it he's seeing what Earl's able to do on pay-per-view?
I don't know, man, because ain't nobody see that till today.
I know, but
he called out yesterday. He called out 48 hours ago, Champy.
Yeah, we seeing how Fox is doing this, man. Danny like holding his hand up like shit. When is my turn?
Nah, man, I think Danny just want glory, like all of them. They all want it, man. Listen, now Danny's late to the race. He was unified in 140, but now it's only Keith and Earl can say that. And you know that's just again. I'm still in the race. I pick Keith to be the winner of the race, and the race ain't over. It ain't over until he packs it up. Keith's still a player on the board. And I'll be damned if he ain't no queen or at least a fucking rook.
Might be a jack.
A jack? What the hell? You playing spades?
I just think Danny might be a little bit easier fight for Earl than because his style is just methodical. And I think that plays to Earl strong points. But back to my question, though. How you looking at Earl now? I see you doing your research.
I mean, oh yeah, I ain't even do that. I said I was gonna get Floyd pay-per-view numbers, and then I had to change my batteries. Floyd Mayweather pay-per-view buys.
I'm pretty sure that shit on Wikipedia. Floyd Mayweather out here.
What was his first fight? Who was that? Who's his first pay-per-view? Gotti?
Don't give me the hell no. It wasn't Gotti.
5 viewed pay-per-view, highest viewed pay-per-view in sports. No. Floyd Mayweather first. I'm gonna have to put first pay-per-view. Floyd Mayweather first.
I just did Floyd Mayweather pay-per-view history.
Okay, what you got? What was his first one? I think it's Gotti.
Let me see.
It wasn't Gotti, right? I don't know.
Can't be Gotti. Television series 24/7. Damn, they ain't got shit on them.
Yo, why don't somebody got this all on one page?
I know, right, man? I got us looking like rookies at this DJ.
Slowing shit down over here. Let me go to Wikipedia. What they
I
got?
tried to go to Wikipedia. They ain't even got it, and they got flew it out. His whole history and shit. Pay-per-view. Okay. Nah. Pay-per-view history. Here we go.
Yeah, this the history of pay-per-view. They wilding on Wiki.
I got it from BoxRec. His first pay-per-view was in 2005, and it was Gotti.
Okay, I was right. What'd he do? 325?
165,000 buys according to Wikipedia with a 16,000,005 revenue.
Damn, boy, that boy, his first one did 365. He blew Wilder and well. I like to go with the first number, so he Earl up there with him.
And his second one did 375.
Yeah, but let the record know it ain't his. It wasn't directly like Earl. Earl did something. Nobody. I can't remember who did this. Maybe AJ.
Yeah, man. Look, bro. I'm looking at the pay-per-views, right? Like, why? Like back in the day, like their pay-per-view had titles and shit.
All pay-per-views got titles.
What was the Earl title?
I would have to check, but all pay-per-views got titles. Remember, like Mayweather Canelo was the one. Mayweather Shane Mosley was who you picking.
What was the Wilder and Fury called?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like we on like the recent memory, like we should know this shit. Like I knew that the McGregor was called the money fight for sure.
Well, you know what though? It could be a Golden Boy thing. All them fights was Golden Boy, and now that Al ain't with Golden Boy, maybe his pay-per-views ain't got no names. And you know who else used to do that? Don King used to do that too. Yeah.
And Floyd's second one was jab Judah 375.
Yeah, but how many fights in between Gotti and Judah?
It seemed like only
2.
1.
Really?
625 2005 to 408 2006.
Nah, I'm double checking that, champ.
Now I gotta open up his box rec to see.
Yeah, that's I'm on his box rec. This shit took me for some other shit. Did box rec update or what?
That nigga have a problem over there.
Let me see.
Yeah, they got some weird shit going on. I'm about to share this shit so you can see.
Yeah, it's box rec for you, bro. They do weird shit sometimes.
Look at how Floyd record look now. This shit don't make no sense. Then I went ahead professional record. Shit got notes, live gates. This might be where you at, pay-per-view history.
Yeah. That's where I'm at. Let me see. Yeah, he fought Sean Bay Mitchell in between. Absolutely.
But why they don't give me the record the old school way, man? They wildin'.
Now it's Jab Zuda and Carlos Baltimore.
Damn. Yo, Floyd got so much money, and people had the nerve to think that he was going broke. Yo, 2007 he made 26.5 million. Then in 2010, 65 million. 2012, 85 million. 2013, 34 million. 2014, 105 million. 2015, 300 million. 2016, 44 million. 2018, 285 million.
I'm looking at the numbers.
How is that? Man, boy.
Niggas would give for a fraction of what he was doing.
Look at his live gates, man.
You looking at everything, yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, live gates, 72 million, 55 million, 20 million, 18, 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 10, 9, 9.
But,
Woo!
I mean, again, the credit has to go to Earl that never, I don't know anybody. We will have to check Oscar. Let me Google Oscar. Maybe Oscar kept doing straight pay-per-views after his first. But this what Earl doing. No regular TV fight in between. Normally, that's what, people did.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also impressive going, and now he's talking January, another pay-per-view, so.
What's most impressive is the.
So I got Oscars pulled up. Can you pull up his resume?
Yeah, I can.
All right, because I got his first one being 1995, May 6, Cinco de Mayo. He showed Canelo the blueprint. Damn, I never even heard of Ruelas. Or Ruales, I don't know who that is, but dude did 330,000, his first one. So it says his next one was September 9th, same year. What's on?
Yep.
Hernandez?
Yep.
Damn. So he went, look, but he had a decline, unlike Earl. So that's two legends Earl did better than. Earl.
Well, we don't know if Earl got a decline because if you want to run with your 400,000 from the jump, then 350 is a slight decline.
That's all right. It ain't 220.
Ooh, 100,000 less?
More. That's 110,000. It was 330 and 220. 110 less. So then his next one was January 18th, 1996. That was 2 years later. So he took a pay-per-view break.
Julio Cesar Chavez, right?
Nope. Gonzalez was a pay-per-view.
Julio Cesar Chavez won a pay-per-view?
It was, but not yet, though. His next one was 1997.
No. You said that he fought Gennaro Hernandez. He fought Chavez before he fought Gonzalez. I'm looking at it right now.
Chavez what? Chavez won?
Yes, the first one.
Yeah, it wasn't on pay-per-view then.
Hey, bro, whoa. You put Rafael, what's his name?
I don't know.
Rafael Ruiz on pay-per-view and Gennaro Hernandez, and you didn't put Julio Chavez Sr. on pay-per-view?
Unless Wiki is wrong, the first one wasn't pay-per-view. The second one was in 1998, September 18th, which is also the blueprint that he gave Canelo. That's in Mexican Independence Day. Yo, so that means he stole the blueprint from Bob.
He might have stolen it from Julio. Well, wasn't Julio with Bob?
You know, I can't even say was Oscar with Bob in the 97s? I don't know. But this was when I was definitely watching boxing. Let me see. So he took a break though. He took a break after the decline. So we got to see if Earl goes straight to January, he's setting a precedent. All right, let's pick another famous name. Who else you think? Who was it? Trinidad? Maybe Trinidad. He was a big pay-per-view guy, right? Cause back in the day, Don King had shit popping. So let me see. Felix.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, you look up Pacquiao, I'll look up Trinidad. Yeah, why not? Pacquiao, because we looked up Floyd, might as well.
He current too, so.
Yeah, no, but we looked up Floyd, so we might as well. Felix Trinidad, pay-per-view.
What a little link I like that they have for the other one.
I know, they had the link for
pay-per-view
it
history.
Was like jump. It was like jump to Felix, to what's the name? All right, so what are Felix pay-per-view numbers? Let me see. Damn, this is on a form. That's bad. News flash. Trinidad versus Mayorga pay-per-view buys are in. Damn, nobody got it all on one for Trinidad. Why they doing them like this?
You probably got to type in what you typed in last time to find that shit. That's what I'm doing for Manny. I'm going to the pay-per-view.
Let's see here. Felix Trinidad, Oscar de la Hoya.
There we go. Pacquiao. His first pay-per-view was in 2005. He fought Eric Morales.
How many that did?
350.
That's a good dance partner.
And the second fight came right back to back. Did it again. They did 360. But he took a shot. He came back for his third pay-per-view in 2006 and did 120.
With who?
Oscar Larios.
Never heard of him.
Larios, yeah. But the third Eric Morales fight did awesome. 2.4 million buys. 136 million in revenue.
Wow. 2.4? Eric Morales versus Pacquiao?
The third fight, yes, sir.
And we're going to have to fact check that shit. Why nobody's ever mentioned that when Floyd holds that record for 2.4 with Canelo, plus he holds the highest gate on that fight? That don't make sense.
Yeah.
I never heard that number before. I'm not saying he didn't do it, I wasn't on it like that back then.
You find the gate for that fight.
What year was that?
Fourth fight. It was 2006.
Man, I ain't never even heard a Pacquiao fan mention that shit. That's something to mention right there, 2.4.
Yeah. Pacquiao holds the 3 of the top 20 gates and coming in at 21. And he got 6 of the top 30.
Pay-per-views?
Yeah, for live gates. But after the Morales fight, he went back to pay-per-view and fought Jorge Salas, 150,000 buys.
Well, I mean, look, but that's still good company to be in. We talking guys, Oscar, Floyd, and Pacquiao, and Earl's on track to do those type of numbers. Like I said, 400 on the first one. You know, what was the other number mentioned on the first one? Like the
350.
350.
Yeah.
So either way you look at it, whether you go with the 4 or you like, nah, and that's we going with the second number, that's 350. That means he's done 350 consistently. 2 times back to back, no break. Very impressive with no break. That's what's impressive, especially when we showing that everyone but Pacquiao took a break in between pay-per-views.
Yeah, I'm about to look up the pay-per-view buy for the Morales fight just to be sure.
Listen, that was a serious little, you know, rivalry that they had going on. So I guess it could have gotten there, you know. And you know, back then the streaming and the thievery wasn't as hard. So who knows, man?
Oh man, hold on, let me see.
What?
I got box break up. I don't know.
So Shill Killer wants to know, where's this 350 number coming from? Sources are letting The Athletic know that PBC on Fox, headline by Errol Spence and Shawn Porter, is tracking over 300,000 buys, with the final number generated expected to land under 350. Strong business that cements Spence as a pay-per-view attraction. His pay-per-view with Mikey generated over 300,000 also. This is all according to Michael Coppinger of The Athletic, who's usually right, someone that we source and credit here a lot.
Yeah, man, the Pacquiao was not 2.4. I think that was Wikipedia fucking around.
That's the biggest issue with Wiki, man. Anybody that takes the time to become a member can alter shit on there, bro. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, as this is our 3rd spontaneous show, 4th if you count our Patreon-only show, which you can catch on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. But if you're just joining our live stream, we would appreciate if you hit that thumbs up button. I'm going to go ahead and turn that to 72. You could turn it to 73. The number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Give us your thoughts on the 350 buys, whether or not you think Earl has solidified himself as a star. Is he the A-side, and should Crawford bow down? Take the contract.
I said that, we're the A-side. We're the A-side.
We got one super chat coming from Joseph Rodriguez Garcia, a.k.a. Big Supermax. And 2 pay-per-view fights. Bud, 200K. Spence, 600K. No way, 50-50.
Damn, man, it's tough. It's tough to make that case for a good old Bud, man. I wish he got to get that cookies, man. Everybody like good Bud, so he got to get the cookies.
You know what, Bud? Do what Wild did, Bud. Whatever you give me in the first fight, y'all take it in the rematch after I win.
Yeah, but you see what happened with that deal. Nobody took it. So stop. You got to stop giving him the bad advice.
Hey, I'm giving Wilder advice, man. Wilder said it.
I don't know, man. You giving bad advice because they ain't take that, champ. Nobody took that.
If you think you're going to win, you might as well go and take that 60-40 in both fights so you won't give him shit in the rematch. How much company you got?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But let's go out to these callers, man. Any final thoughts?
Man, big ups to both Shawn Porter and Errol Spence. I really think Errol is starting to take shape and take his spot as being the pay-per-view star after Floyd. We thought it was going to be Adrian Broner, and it didn't work out. We heard of rumors of Tank Davis was going to be the next pay-per-view star. Ain't seen him on there yet, but there is a guy over on PBC who's doing a hell of a fine job on pay-per-view and goes by the name of Errol Spence. He's no future Hall of Famer. Well, he's not a current future Hall of Famer. He's not an 8th division guy moving up. He's not the guy.
He's a first ballot, man. I'm going to tell you why.
I'm saying he's not a current first ballot Hall of Famer because I don't want to say that because I was trying to make the thing for like Pacquiao. He's not an 8th division champ moving up. He's not the the whole backing of the Philippines. He's an American black champion who has a bright career in front of him, who will probably end up in Hall of Fame, and we should start taking notice and start supporting him more and more.
Nah, he definitely gonna be in the Hall of Fame. The fact that he unified, the fact that it's the welterweight division, that's a glorified division. The fact that it's Shawn Porter, he's a
90 seconds.
He's a two-time champ. Shawn Porter is, and there's not a doubt in my mind that Shawn Porter's gonna be around for at least another 36 months, banging with the rest of these good guys. Whatever new welterweights move up, he'll be there. So Porter will continue to gain, cachet in the sport, and it'll only further make Keith's and Earl's win against him that
60 seconds
better. For Danny, he really needs this win. So it's a dangerous fight asking for the Earl fight because Danny now has become Shawn's only marquee win or biggest marquee win, because I definitely give Shawn credit for the Devin Alexander and Paulie fight. Those guys were semi-prime. Definitely Alexander in the prime. Paulie maybe someone could debate, but no one's done what Shawn did to Paulie. They haven't done it to him yet. And even Alexander, they haven't. Well, I guess now Red Chat could say that, but I mean, come on. 7 years later, does it really count?
I mean, when a nigga sleep, you sleep. Man. You can count it tomorrow. You can count it the next day. Devin won't get
10 seconds.
Well, let me go out to these callers, man. Looks like we got some boomerangers in the building. We're going to go out to the sponsors and then straight to the callers.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all one thing to y'all niggas on Skype, man. I feel like y'all niggas is just staring at me, man. If y'all got a camera and y'all not at work, man, turn that motherfucker on. Don't just stare at me.
Yo, what I was gonna say, don't forget to use the Amazon link. It's on our affiliate sponsors page. Seems like a lot of you forgot to use it this month, which sucks. It's always a way to support TBV. We get a small kickback, and it costs you nothing. Also, signing up to patreon.com/The Boxing Voice gets you tons of exclusive content that is never before seen, or early releases, private stories. That being said, that also helps support the TBV and make sure that we continue to bring you this coverage daily, multiple times a day. That being said, Detroit, stand up.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the street to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
Yo, TBV, what's good?
Stainless, I like this comment in the chat, so I'm going to say it to you so the rest of the people can hear it and you could give us your take on this as well as everything me and Mike already discussed. Okay. Jonathan Wick says, let's play devil's advocate. How would you classify Danny Garcia if he knocks out Errol Spence Jr.? So you can go with everything else first. You can, start pay-per-view buys, wherever you want to go, but just try and give good old Jonathan an answer on that, because I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. Shout out to Jonathan Films for that. With the pay-per-view buys, man, I'm happy to hear it. 350, you say 355, 360, that's a pretty good number. Considering this is post-Mayweather, kind of post-Pacquiao era. I mean, I know Pacquiao's still, an active fighter and active on pay-per-view, but right now, without somebody like Wilder or, without a big name, you're going to have a hard time pulling off anything over, 250, 300,000 buys. So that's pretty good, and considering the card, that was even better. Speaking of the card, I need to get my crow from Sunday because I picked the real. So let me get that. That's what's up. That's what's up. Does this put Errol Spence over Terrence Crawford? Are you talking as a welterweight or on a pound for pound list? Because as a welterweight, I'm gonna have to say yes. Now this dude is a unified champion. At welterweight, Terrence only got the one belt. As far as pound for pound, I might actually still have to say yes because of the resume that Spence now has with that Porter win. I mean, like I said on the Saturday immediate reaction, like Porter didn't win any more respect from me because Porter did what Porter does, you know. Like, and I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way at all. As far as that question from in the chat, that would definitely take Danny's stock up. I mean, and Danny kind of need it right now because outside of the one win over what's his name, Granados, he ain't really did nothing. You know what I'm saying, in the last year. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be good to see that for him, to see that fight for him. But to be honest, I'd rather see Crawford or Pacquiao in there with Spence. You know what I'm saying? Danny need to do something. You know what I'm saying? I know he had that victory over Granados, but what else? What has he done lately? You know what I'm saying? And he need a good fight, a good name, you know what I'm saying, under his belt before he starts talking about doing a pay-per-view with Errol. Because that's automatic.
Cut it.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know, Mike. How would you categorize, classify motherfucking Danny if he was able to knock out Errol Spence Jr.?
Upset. When you look at Danny's welterweight career, stepped up in the big fights, didn't get it done. So if he was able to get it done against Errol Spence, somebody who beat Shawn Porter, somebody he lost to, somebody who beat Kell Brook, somebody who's considered somebody who beat Lamont Peterson that you had a questionable fight with, you know what I'm saying? I think it would be a major monumental upset.
Yeah, I kind of agree, man. It's like, I think, I mean, do we call him the new boogeyman, or would it go down as a lucky punch?
Who?
I mean, Danny, if he knocked out Errol Spence, who's the perceived boogeyman, is he the new boogeyman, or do people say it's a lucky punch like they did the Khan fight?
Yeah, I don't think if he hit him with that left hook that he hit Khan Granados with, I don't think you can classify that as a lucky punch. You got to be seeing him do it time and time again.
All right, let's keep these lines moving. I'm going to try and see if Blog Talk is up and running and get to JP in Long Beach. You there? Yeah, we got me. What's up, champ?
Oh man, I'm happy to hear this news. This news goes against the debunking of the notion that a black fighter can't sell. I think that was always sold with a bad association. The association has to do more with style, and black fighters having that style more often. Floyd Mayweather's style usually doesn't sell, and that style is associated with a black fighter. But Mayweather associated being perfect, untouchable with that style, and it's sold. And Errol Spence is showing that, to me, style. If Marvin Hagler were fighting today, if you don't think Marvin Hagler would be a pay-per-view star, you're crazy. It goes into being destructive, and that goes in any sport. So that's a good thing. I think he got a legitimate case for pay-per-view king, because I'm going to go on record right now and bet that Kovalev Canelo doesn't do over 350. So if this fight gets up to 350, that would be a true testament.
Kovalev Canelo's not pay-per-view champion.
Bruh, damn, man.
Oh, shit, I thought that was pay-per-view.
It's the zone, baby.
My bad. Damn.
Where you was at when Canelo signed that $365 million deal?
So we don't have these measuring sticks. But as for Crawford, man, look, I understand. It's like, as a fan, if you disregard everything, you just like, I want to see the best versus the best, I totally get it. I'm there also. Then if you start to equate real shit like business and, kind of earning the spot, Terrence isn't bringing nothing but us hardcores to the table saying, we know who this guy is. Errol showed that he can hit a casual radar with a guy like Shawn Porter. That fight hit the casual fan radar, and it wasn't supposed to.
We
Can
got.
y'all Can y'all quit with that hardcore titles? Only bringing the hardcore. Terrence Crawford went to the Breakfast Club. How many hardcore boxing fans watch the Breakfast Club every day? But how many casual people watch the Breakfast Club there compared to the boxing fan? He went to Joe Rogan. First Take. A lot of those people who watch these programs are casual people that might take an interest in him. So what y'all said he only brings the hardcore fans in, I think we gotta quit that.
Well, man, I mean, he's still got to earn a spot. It's eyeball at this point because he hasn't fought the guys. When Manny Pacquiao was in suit of Mayweather, he whooped everybody. Every time Floyd beat somebody, Manny would go whoop him and whoop him more convincingly. And Terrence doesn't have that as a promoting method, and that's the best one when you
he
big
does
shark
not.
fishing.
Which is sad because Pacquiao used to do that with Bob Arum, so it doesn't make any sense why Bob Arum can't do that for Terrence.
You got to pay the guys that Terrence is going to fight, and y'all got to remember, Terrence is probably not going to generate the same money that Pacquiao was generating back in the day that could allow Bob Arum to pay some of those same Mayweather opponents.
JP, man, thanks for calling.
Let me get one. Essentially, man, PBC would be saving Terrence Crawford. Man, you can't throw him that raft. You can't throw him that vine.
Yeah.
They saving him.
You gotta let him leave his contract. You gotta let him stay frustrated.
Yeah.
Let him tell Bob, "Fuck you, I'm out," and then let him come to the other side where the grass is greener.
Saving them. Simple business, y'all. Thanks for the call.
No problem. Let me go out to Seattle, Washington. Talk to me. Mute yourself, JP, or I'm about to hang up. This shit's fucked up.
baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen, get the sharpest knife, and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I heard the pom-poms already.
Yo, what's good? What's good? This Mr. PBC. You know, Mr. Who is dead. But let's talk about it, man. Terrence Crawford, I really think, like last caller, come to PBC, man. We're gonna make you right. You can hang out with your homies. You don't have to feel all awkward and shit sitting with Bob Arum. You know, you can be talking in the videos, and Bob Arum ain't gonna be staring at you. And when it comes to Danny Garcia, and if he did beat Errol Spence, shit,
Not
I mean,
just
you never
beat
know.
him. Not just beat him. The dude in the chat said if he knocked him out.
Sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, I'm gonna be a real nigga, and I'm gonna always be a real nigga and say that Errol Spence, when he throws a punch, he lags. He's like a computer, you know, when you're trying to download some music on back in the day online, where he lags sometimes. But Danny Garcia, I don't know. He be taking forever to throw punches and the ones he likes. But if he did beat him, man, or knocks him down, then you got to give him props. Just like if Shawn Porter won, I got to give him props. But Terrence Crawford needs to fight.
Oh, man. That's that Skype machine resetting on me. I'm going to have to restart that, and we'll get them back on in a second. I don't know why. That's been doing it more and more. No clue why. But a success for Errol Spence. It has to go down as a success. And the fact that he wants to come back so soon in January, the fact that these numbers are doing well only further indicates that he can come back in January. They're going to make dates available for you when you're able to sell out arenas the way that he's doing. And obviously sell these pay-per-views. I think the question is, how much credit do we give Shawn Porter for this? But, you know, because obviously he's part of this pay-per-view. Sometimes we tend not to give the B-side any credit and act as if the A-side brought them all in. But we'll see. We're going to go out to Lil Feezy. Talk to me.
Man, what's up, TVV, man?
What up,
hey, if these numbers are true, Crawford got a comp up at A-side bullshit, man. He really does. I'll say this though. This doesn't surprise me whatsoever. I mean, I think Spence sold the Mikey fight, so from here on out, this sky's the limit. He's the new Mayweather right now.
It's funny that you say
call.
that, though. It's funny. You know, a lot of people like to call in and say, "Oh, that Mikey sold that pay-per-view." Now you're saying you thought he sold that pay-per-view.
I know he sold it. It's apparent as of right now. I mean, he just did 3 with Porter. You know, Porter don't really bring him in like that.
It's gonna be me every time,
you gotta give it to him.
Oh, yo, my badness.
Yeah, man. Nah, we on the line with Lil Feezy while we was restarting.
What up, Feezy, baby?
What's up, baby? That's my call, though, man. Great show.
For sure.
Hey, Feezy. Hey, Feezy.
What up?
Hey, I'm down here in Nashville with you, cuz get on Skype or something so I can message you my number, man. Maybe we can get together for some of these fights and shit.
Man, for sure. I got you.
All
right, then.
Yeah, he got a Skype too. He be calling in on Skype most of the times.
TBV family, baby. TBV family.
So we got who's next? Steve, what's up, brother? Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Steve?
Yeah, hey, how's it going, guys?
All good.
Yeah, I want to put something out there. Why are we saying that Crawford and Spence are the best versus the best? Crawford, like I said, he never fought Pacquiao. He never fought Mikey Garcia. And then, he hasn't fought Porter, Danny Garcia, Ugas, Thurman. He's named. Why would these guys at PBC want to fight him? All these guys I just named. It don't make any sense. It'll never happen. It is never gonna happen. It ain't got nothing to do about if you're on PBC. Why would you wanna make a deal with Bob?
Do you want to be undisputed? Do you want to make possibly one of the biggest fights in boxing? Do you want to make more money? That's why you do it.
But these guys, look at what they just did with Spence and Porter. They don't need to go there to make that kind of money.
Let me ask you a question real quick, Steve. What does more, Porter, Spence, or Spence and Crawford?
But Mike, can I get in here? Can I get involved in this, Mike?
I think they'll do about the same. I think Crawford won't do more.
Absolutely not.
They won't, Mike. They won't.
Absolutely.
Is that Mike hasn't made up in his mind that Crawford is the last piece of the puzzle? That's why.
No, not even that. Nigga, I see mainstream media, and every time one of these guys are on the show, they don't ask about Thurman. They don't ask about Pacquiao. They don't ask about Danny. They don't ask about Porter. They ask Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford when they're fighting each other. They don't bring up the other guy's name.
I don't know, man.
I don't see it.
I look at it like this. It's chess.
The proof is in the numbers.
That is true.
Crawford ain't going to pull those numbers.
I look at Steve. Let me get to some other callers, but thank you for calling in. I look at it like this, man. It's oh shit, Mike, I muted you by mistake. That's why you need to help me here. So I look at it like this. Steve is right. PBC doesn't need them. Mike, I muted you. PBC doesn't need them, and you're throwing them a life raft. You're helping them promote Crawford. If anything, you leave that fight for the absolute last fight. The last fight. That way it builds itself up because it's kind of like the way AJ and Wilder were. And also, again, it's chess, not checkers. If you're Al, why would you try to make that fight when you can easily wait it out? You hear the rumors. See what Crawford's going to do. See where his mind is at. Is he going to re-sign with Bob, the people that can't get him to fight, the people that are treating Tyson Fury as more of a star than he? Or is he going to put some calls in? Is he going to ask Jamel Herring to say, hey, man, call up Al. You know? I think especially since Bomac said it's sometime next year, yeah, you starve him, man. You freeze him out. You let it get cold, so he got to come across the street with a fire at. We got the logs over here burning, and hot chocolate with marshmallows. He over there in Nebraska, cold, shadow boxing in blizzards.
No, I don't agree with all that. I know he definitely ain't cold. He well paid fighter. But I definitely agree that
he cold when you alone, Mike.
Yes, I hear you, but some motherfuckers can afford to invite people to their house. But with that being said, I do agree with the mindset of that. If you're Al Heyman, do what you got to do in the house. We see the plan. We see what blueprint you're doing. We all know the fight that you guys want to make. The big fight next year is Pacquiao and Spence. We understand that. So Al is probably going to wait him out, and see if that contract does come up at the beginning of 2021. And if he is a free agent and Terrence Crawford signs back with Top Rank, now we can start looking at Terrence Crawford as being what we say on this show, a duck.
Yeah, man. Look, I say you let them do what they got to do for Crawford. You don't help. You let them do what they got to do so that Crawford can see that, that there's options. There's options. If you make the deal for Crawford, he might re-sign with Bob. He might look at it like, Bob got me everything I wanted. I was making $3 million a tune-up, and I got the big fight. You got to show him that the true advisor is Al. You want that big fight? Come see Al. Let's go out to Brandon Maurice. Talk to me.
What up, B?
I swear to God, Mike, more and more, bro, you sound like the most logical motherfucker on this phone every day. Keep up the good work, brother. I just want to propose a question to all these people saying the fight doesn't do good numbers, the fight doesn't do business, the fight doesn't make sense. Name me one fight with Errol Spence, not named Pacquiao, that does more money, does more numbers, has generated more buzz, is more anticipated than the Errol fight. From 147 to 160 on the PBC side, not named Pacquiao. Name a fight. Since the Bud fight don't make sense, make monetary sense, name me a fight in 3 divisions for Errol that is more talked about than the Bud fight. That's 1. And for 2, Ness.
Canelo's more talked about than the Bud fight.
The side of the street shit don't count unless it's Bud, huh?
You asked the question. You ain't tell me stick to the PBC side.
He did the PBC side.
Yeah, the side of the street shit don't matter no more?
I ain't hear that part. I didn't hear that part.
Oh, I'm just saying, period. Y'all keep talking about Canelo.
I also can't make up a fight. Like, if they've been talking about Earl Canelo, that's what they've been talking about. I can't make up a name on the PBC side to suit your narrative.
Damn, I gave you 3 divisions. You can't name a fight. I'm asking you, name a fight that has been more talked about that you think will make the same.
Listen to your question. That's been more talked about. That means people actually got to be talking about. Or do you want me to just make it up? I could make it up. I could tell you they've been wanting Errol Spence versus Demetrius Andre to have nothing to back that. But that's not what I heard.
Another across the street fight. I guess the across the street shit only matter when it's Bud Crawford. I guess it's
You're
funny.
not listening. That was a sarcastic analogy, bruh. You ain't even listening.
We keep talking about Bud Crawford is across the street. I proposed a question. Name a fight that is on the side of the street.
It's Andre to have nothing.
Somebody echoing. Somebody coming in loud. But I'm saying since we talking about size of the street and why would we help Bud promote? Name me a fight from 147 to 160 on the PBC side of the street that does equal to or more money than the Crawford fight, not named Pacquiao.
Cut it. How about this, man? How about we just say Earl did 350,000 buys? How about we just say Earl is the unified welterweight champion? How about we just say Earl has a better welterweight resume? How about we just say Earl is the welterweight that is wanted in multiple regions. His fights are being debated over on negotiation tables for the Barclays, for Staples Center, for Las Vegas, for Dallas. Okay, not the fucking small room, all right? You can sit here and say anything you fucking want with your fake analytics, okay? Because saying, you and Mike saying that, oh, Bud is the bigger fight, where is the facts in that? The only true facts we have is 200,000 divided into 2 different pay-per-views. That math does not add up to him being a big draw versus Earl. You guys want to use this mythical fucking algorithm that because a few of you want it, it's in high demand and it means it's going to do 1 million buys. Kick fucking rocks. Tell your man to do something. This Errol Spence party and y'all Crawford fucking stands keep trying to rain on his parade. Earl did 350. Stop calling in talking about Crawford. Tell him go do something.
Jerome Hall facts. Hey, nigga, straight up. We do a boxing podcast, right?
Yes.
And there are a lot of boxing channels out there, right?
Yes.
Fight Hype, Fight Hub, ES News, Behind the Gloves, IFL TV. They all kind of have the same question when it comes up about these fighters, Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford. They want them to fight each other. When Terrence Crawford does an interview, what name comes up? And this is not mainstream. What name comes up?
Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, okay. All right, man. He played dumb now. Okay, Errol Spence comes up. When Errol Spence after let me I didn't interrupt you at all. I let you go for 15, 20 minutes. When Earl win his unified title, the press conference, what name comes up? Not once, but twice, maybe 3 times. Crawford. Because people know, just like when Deontay Wilder fought, just like when Joshua fought before he lost, what names came up between those two? Because we know in the sport of boxing, those 2 fights are huge mega fights. And if you don't want to accept that and you think we're just blowing gas, you're the same guy who said Earl was going to do 50,000 against Mikey. So how much should we give your credence to your fucking analytics or analogies or whatever the fuck you want to call them? I'm done.
You said what? I'm the same one that said what?
You're the same dude that predicted that 50,000 was going to come from the Earl pay-per-view. The same guy. Now he all of a sudden, he's your man? He's your guy now? What happened to Thurman?
Man,
Thurman was your guy.
He been my man.
He been your man.
My man. You wasn't in the family chat. I showed people pictures from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I showed them wearing the TBV brand and everything. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault that things change. You know what I'm saying?
And you know the whole thing. As much as things change, things stay the same. When Wilder was mad at you for that little second, he got it. Nigga, he called you up. Y'all hashed it out. It wasn't nothing.
But that's a real dude.
Oh, we saying Earl not a real one?
I mean, look. If you are condemning me for life for a prediction on a boxing podcast, no less, there's something wrong with you, champ. But that's all right. That doesn't mean that you can't box. That doesn't mean that you can't be the next guy to carry the torch for boxing. But there's definitely something wrong with you.
All I'm saying is this, man. When these guys do,
just like Crawford, there's something wrong with Crawford. Like we went through that. Like there's something wrong with you when you holding grudges for like 7 years. Like, come on, bro, what's wrong with y'all?
Like
for words, you holding grudges for words too.
When these fighters do interviews, there are acts about each other, and there's a reason for that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yo, man, listen. Here's the perfect example for Mike, and I know he's going to try and find a way to weasel out, but this is hard. I'm going to give you a shot, too. Everybody was begging for Wilder Joshua. I mean, everybody was begging for Wilder Joshua. We thought that was the biggest fight. No one could have told me September 2018, August 2018, even post-Povetkin, October 2000, no one could have told me that there was a bigger fight out there for Joshua not named Deontay Wilder. Joshua fought Ruiz and made his biggest check. Now Joshua's fighting Ruiz a second time and making his biggest check again. Plus, it's in Saudi Arabia. Plus, it's the biggest site fee that we've ever heard of. Like, I don't think that we can just go off the normal algorithm of, oh, the best versus the best, because boxing always throws us a loop. Always. And now, all of a sudden, Andy Ruiz is one of the fastest heavyweights in the boxing now. Now everybody's talking about his hand speed. When he was going to fight Joshua, he was nothing. Now, all of a sudden, the fastest hands of a heavyweight. Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if Andy could become an overnight success, you don't know what Danny could become. You don't know what Mikey could become. You don't know what Josecito could become. A tune-up could end up with all these titles the same way it happened in the heavyweight division is all I'm saying. But all I know is that the Crawford stands need to stop. Tables turned, man.
What tables?
The big fish is Earl.
You got your table? I got my table. Ain't no table turn.
He the shark of the division. He the shark of the division, and all he wants.
Is he a shark or is he a big fish? I mean, what? I mean, Earl got me confused. He say, I'm the big fish of the divisions, or is he the shark now?
I mean, what? A shark can't be considered a big fish?
Are shark fish?
I mean, it can't be considered a big fish.
I mean, is it a great white?
I mean, I don't know. He's a killer whale for sure. He killing everybody else.
Oh, so now he a whale now.
I mean, he down with all of them. He down with all of them. You a hater. You a hater. You a hater. That's what I'm saying. Why can't we be celebrating Earl's success over here? Why we gotta be talking about Crawford and how he need a shot?
No. I want to get you to get back to your point. You said I was going to try to weasel out of this. So you're saying, is there a bigger fight out there for Spence?
Man, I lost that point. We're going to have to go to a call to try to remember, man.
So what is Pacquiao that bigger fight or something?
For Spence? A bigger fight for Spence? I don't know. Look at this guy. yo.
Your internet suck.
They talking about
your internet suck. Now what? You can't even Google no more.
They talking about fish and shit now in the chat. Let me go. Let me go to Jerome. Talk to me. Jerome.
Yeah, what up, Jerome? Yo, with your whack ass internet.
Was him?
Stop that shit. Yeah. Unmute, nigga.
He don't know.
He walking around the room and shit. He typing and shit.
All right, Jerome. We're going to keep it moving. We get back to you, champ. Don't worry about it. We going out to... What up?
Yeah, I'm back on. Yeah, Mike. Bro. I've been dragging you for 2 weeks straight.
Dragging me? Keep it going. Dragging me? I got wheels, nigga. I don't drag, nigga. I roll everywhere.
All right, my bad.
I roll everywhere. No drag.
But damn, son, like, if these pay-per-view numbers is real, Bud in some shit right now, bro.
So you the caller that want to call in and bring up the A side and B side. So you don't want to bring up the fight about making a fight and let's see it in the ring and how it plays out. Because I know where I stand firmly. My guy don't watch your guy.
Because you know why?
Don't watch your guy.
No, because you know why? Because they prize fighters. That's why. This ain't the images. It's prize fighting. And Bud don't bring no food to the table. No food to the table.
What's the bigger fight than Bud? What's the bigger fight than Bud?
Canelo.
Danny.
I'm talking about in that division. Danny who?
Thurman. Pacquiao.
Everybody not named nobody Bud.
Them niggas ain't gonna be
like I told you.
Ain't no mistake about Thurman no more. We know Thurman ain't that guy. We know that. We seen it.
He crazy as hell. We ain't know that. We ain't see shit but him laying.
He just got beat up.
We ain't see shit but him laying hundreds of right hands on Pacquiao. Stop
and him getting beat up.
You wildin'.
Unanimous is the fucking decision. How you get a split? Fuck out of here.
You a hater. My dude fought Pacquiao. He ain't duck him.
Danny?
My dude fought Pacquiao. He ain't duck him.
Hey, you know what else, yo? Bud fought Crawford and hasn't fought all year.
Bud fought Crawford.
Yo, how you get a touch-up, though?
Ain't fought all year.
Yo, that's a touch-up.
What you smoking on, homie? Bud fought Crawford and he ain't fought all year.
He's smoking Bud.
Who else he fought? Who else he fought?
He fought Amir Khan, bro. He ain't fight himself.
Yeah, he fought Amir Khan. He ain't fight no one else. That's an easy touch up.
Hell yeah,
Bruh. Pacquiao talking about fighting Amir Khan.
That's what you keep saying.
It's an article in boxing scene, nigga. I'm not the only nigga saying in this. Don't put that on me.
My nigga put Amir Khan on pay-per-view.
Cut it.
Yo, it's too easy. Y'all gotta stop calling in, talking about Bud, man. Y'all killing Mike. It's too hard for Mike, man. It's coming from all angles.
You brought up Danny, though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Danny's a bigger fight.
Bruh.
Why?
Nobody knows Bud, man.
Why is Danny a bigger fight?
Why? Because no one knows Bud. Look at his social media numbers. He's like Mario Barrios on social media.
All right, man. Let's see what we got on this bitch.
For real, man. We going out to Ride in the 870.
What up, Dallas Cowboys? Here come another one.
What up, guys?
What up?
Hey, Mike made a comment a few minutes ago. He was saying every time Bud do an interview, he calling out Earl. He's doing that because he doesn't have anybody else to fight, Mike. Come on, man, on that side. If he had Danny let's say if he had Danny and hypothetically
I
Mike.
say every interview he's calling out Earl. I say he's asked about Earl from the reporter in every interview that he does.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up then. That makes sense. He is asked about him. I thought you said he was calling Earl out, and I was gonna say like the only reason he's doing that because he doesn't have anybody else out there to call out. But on the Errol Spence tip, this guy if he did 350 plus, that's great because when you think about it, it's hard to do that with black fighters fighting black fighters because you're pulling off from one audience, one group. Usually is when you have big pay-per-views, if you look in history, it's usually like two fan bases coming together to create that huge pay-per-view. So for Earl to still do like 350 plus, I was expecting between 2 and 250 or something like that. But 350 plus, I mean, that shows that that's what he's basically pulling in. So if you put him and Danny together, they definitely gonna do 400 to 500. And if he fights Pacquiao, I think they could do a little more than Pacquiao and Keith Thurman did. So I think he put in a good number. Ness, what you said was perfect, man. It doesn't make business sense to go grab Crawford right now.
Bringing up Danny, man. Like, Danny.
What you say?
Bruh, Danny's on Mayweather pay-per-views. Danny beat people.
What he did at 147, what Danny do?
He fought bigger
but Mike,
names than
man,
Crawford
I'm telling Mike, this just from me, somebody outside of your box, outside of your circle. Everybody I talk to that I know on my social media side, that's a whole nother group of people that you don't know Danny Garcia over Terrence Crawford. I'm telling you, they just know him. Now, he's not close to being better. I agree with you. It's not even close. It's not even close. But you kind of threw me off on what I was going to say last. But yeah, but if
lying about what he said first, we know you lying. Don't nobody in your motherfucking know Danny more than motherfuking Bud.
That's why. That's why.
Do.
Hold on,
Mike.
I'm going to
Mike.
Danny
If
could
you're
do
on
60.
Facebook,
come on,
Mike,
Ride your time out. Come on, you got like 12 minutes. You ain't make your point yet.
Okay, fuck you, Mike.
Yo, Mike. Crawford doesn't sell region to region. He sells maybe 8, maybe 10 in Omaha, and then he's doing the little room in Madison Square.
Amir Khan was in the fucking big room. What you talking about? You lying to the people. Don't do that. And they sold that bitch out. Go check the motherfucking Demi stats, nigga.
Bruh, you said it. You said it. Amir Khan. Think about that.
That was his last fight, my nigga.
Listen to me. Think about that. He been a pro for how long? And this the first time he get in the big room?
First time he in the big room. That's man.
Oh man, you gonna make me Google his name?
Google, please.
This what they do every time Earl do something great. They want to drag motherfucking Crawford name.
We not dragging nobody name in there. We
gonna have to put Crawford name in the title every time we talk about Earl now.
Hey man, let's go out to motherfucking Checkmate Boxing. Another Earl supporter.
Go for it.
Oh here, Checkmate. Talk your shit. Checkmate.
Unmute, champ.
He probably going off too. He know him. All right, I guess he's not with us tonight.
So he fought Felix Diaz in the big room?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I hate fucking Skype. Listen. All right, so let me make these 3 points because you know Ness will cut me off, and before I get to my main point, you know, now I don't get to say it. So check this out. Number one, I did predict 350 buys before that because of that A+ incredible promotion on Fox across all platforms, baseball, football, and so forth. Secondly, the message I sent you, Ness, I said, you know, it makes no sense to fight Crawford at this point because once he gets Pacquiao fight, then that will be for undisputed, which will be for Crawford's second undisputed and be for Earl's first undisputed. That will be the biggest fight in boxing. It sells itself. Understand they even say, Earl he was the 11th person ever to be the whole multiple belts for 147. This will be huge. This will be historic. Okay, it sells itself across the globe. It will be for pound for pound. No one could deny that. Whoever wins that fight would be the best fighter on the planet. It sells itself. White, black, Mexican, who named it? Okay, and I forgot my goddamn third point. But yeah, so that's my point. I was saying this for over a year. Like, no. It's not time for Bud and Spence to fight yet. Let it be for all the marbles. You want number one, number two when there's no other man standing. So that, you cleared out the division. Those two are left. It will be huge. All the catchers will be watching. So, no matter what, Bud is not selling because Bob got him on that same island that he put Pacquiao on. Bud is not trying to market him if he's trying to push if he's trying to push Loma. They've been trying to force Loma to be number one pound for pound in America, ain't buying it. Okay? So understand, Bud ain't getting nothing because he's getting no push, he's getting no marketing, he's getting no promotion. Is he good? Hell yeah, I love him.
Cut it.
Boy, he got that volume on.
It is mouth on that motherfucker. Goddamn.
That shit was real loud. We got Jay Will in Ohio. Talk to me.
What up, Jay Will? If you know like I know. I think that Skype got that lag to it or something. Everybody looks like they kind of
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, man, Skype is super delayed for some reason, but man, Mike, you know I'm about to light you up, right? You know you're fucked up, right?
I'm here for it, big dog. Let's go.
All right. So we're going to talk about Terrence Crawford first, talking about how he wanted to send them food emojis right after the Shawn Porter Errol Spence fight, like Errol Spence's food. Man, my guy was struggling with the Jolly Pirate, the Mr. Captain Hook dude, man. Tell your boy Bud to chill out, man. We're going to start there with the emojis.
What happened to the Captain Hook dude?
I mean, he should have been knocked him out in the third or fourth round.
What
Captain Hook is Captain Hook Shawn Porter?
What happened to the
Captain? Captain Hook Shawn Porter?
I'm just asking you a question.
Okay.
I'm asking you a question. What happened to him?
Oh, he got stopped in the 12th.
Okay, cool.
All right, but is he Shawn Porter?
Did he get stopped?
Okay, all right. So let's get to the money talk, to this pay-per-view talk, man. This fool Terrence said that he didn't need Errol. Errol needs him. So he's about to sit in purgatory and suffer for signing a dumbass contract to the wrong company for a minute. Because if I was Errol, I'm going to go ahead and run the Danny fight. I'm going to run the Pac-Man fight. I'm going to run the Keith fight. You know what? I might run that Shawn fight right back. I ain't thinking about Terrence right. And everybody know Errol ain't scared of that nigga. Everybody know that. Because, I mean, I honestly think if you put Terrence in there with Shawn right now, it's a real similar looking fight. I know he's not knocking down Shawn. I know that for a fact. Okay. He ain't knocking down Shawn at all. Man,
okay. Terrence, and he also would be hitting Shawn in the dick either. You right.
Man, bro, hit him in the dick, hit him in the forehead, hit him in the eye. He's just gonna be
Man,
getting
he
hit.
hit Khan in the dick. What the fuck you
He
talking
ain't
about?
hit Con in no
Oh, goody,
goddamn
man.
dick. He Con in the thigh.
Come on, man. At the end of the day,
At least he ain't do it over and over and over and over and over and over again.
so when he knocked Shawn down, did he hit him in the dick then?
It was a goddamn dick bandit.
All right, then, man. Come on, man. At the end of the day, man, with Terrence Crawford's going to suffer the consequences of signing this dumbass contract. That's it.
All right. We getting more callers here. Let me see who we got. Looks like we went to
haters.
Who
What
haters?
season? Season. Talk to me.
Stone.
Season.
Did we go to Stonebone?
Nah.
Stonebone.
What talking about Stonebone?
Stonebone boxing. You busy? Just
Nah,
listening.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
We hear you.
Oh yeah, them 350. Them some good numbers for Earl. It's another nice little back end check on that pay-per-view. So maybe you get about probably closer to 10, something like that, instead of the little 2 that they're reporting. But Mike, we all know that now they're not talking about skills. Now they're not talking about him even winning the fight no more. They ain't talking about this Bud getting beat up. They ain't talking about none of that. Oh, it don't make business now. Or last week when he was the king of the jungle, oh, he gonna beat Bud up, knock him out. Now, oh, it don't make business sense now. Oh, you niggas sound like politicians, Mike. They sound like politicians. Sound like Crawford seen some food, and them boys Crawford saw that Thanksgiving meal. So I ain't saying Crawford gonna beat him easily.
They like they get a percentage of something from Earl.
Right, like they gonna make a cut. Oh, I'm like shit. No, you get to pay money and watch it regardless. I don't care if it's for undisputed or if it's for unification. You're gonna pay fucking probably $80-$90 for it. Probably 100 because it's gonna be a co-promotion. But everybody, calm down. Quit hating on Crawford. You can't big up Earl. You thought he was gonna knock Porter out, so you can't give Earl too many props because a lot of people thought he lost. So your next target, try to jump on Crawford. He was celebrating in Hawaii, enjoying his birthday. How about you guys sit back, be bitter, and watch Earl got lumped up? And I still picked Earl to win. He won the fight. So how about y'all come down, enjoy those pay-per-view numbers, and when he do step in that ring with Crawford, you're going to see uppercuts and real hooks that Earl don't even know how to throw. He didn't throw one check hook. He didn't throw one uppercut when Shawn Porter leaned down 7 rounds of the fight. So come on now, let's talk about skills. Not let's what make business sense. When it's not gonna, I know it's not happening next. He got to fight it. Bud fighting his mandatory. And Earl gonna probably have a mandatory. And then after that, let's do it. Late 2020. And I'm taking Bud by unanimous decision, not even split. And Porter know what's up. He don't even want to fight Crawford. He know he can't do it. He don't want that smoke. Even his daddy said maybe one day.
Cut it. All right. Who else do we have? We got to Jerome.
Yeah. We definitely got to Jerome.
Well, we got Caesar. Talk to me.
Yeah, Caesar. Why, Neds? What up, big dog?
What up, Mike? What's up, Ness? How you guys doing, man?
Chilling, man.
That's what's up, man. What a great weekend of fights, man. Super satisfied. It was a war. Loved it. God damn, I'm over here jumping in and everybody talking about Bud and shit.
They don't want to let Earl celebrate his 350,000 pay-per-view.
Let that man have his shine, man. Let that man have his shine. The Bud fight's coming. Eventually, it's gonna come. It just sucks, man. It really sucks for Bud. I feel for him. I love his fighting style. Just a really entertaining guy. I just don't think he's getting the attention that he deserves. I really don't. And but eventually, that fight's gonna happen. In my opinion, he's gonna have to settle for the B side the way things are going. You know, and with that comment that he made about, you know, Earl needs him. I mean, at this rate, I mean, come on, bro. Like, you shouldn't be saying stuff like that. But I get it. You know, it's the competitor. You know, in him, he's a dog. He's a lion too. You know, so he believes he's on top. Earl believes he's on top, and I ain't taking nothing away from either of them. The only thing is, where's the competition at, bro? Like, I feel like if he were to jump, he needs to jump in with one of these big dogs. If he's gonna, because it'll be a jump up in talent right away if he jumps to PBC. Because ain't nobody out there for him to fight, man. I mean, who's there? This whole promotion, at the end of the day, it's sad to say, but boxing is a business first, man. You know, and us as fans gotta suffer, but hey, what can you do? But just demand the big fights, and hopefully we get them, right?
You know what? I'm glad we got all these business consultants calling in and shit tonight. I appreciate that.
Well, isn't it true, Mike? I mean, don't you agree? I mean,
hey, look here, man. Boxing is a business, absolutely. I ain't trying to hear that though. I ain't coming.
Of course, none of us trying to hear it. None of us want to hear that shit. None of us want to talk about money.
But it's the reality. It's the reality.
Exactly.
These Crawford fans don't want you to live in reality. You know, they don't want you to live in reality. They want you to fucking live in a delusional world like them and Crawford, Mr. I don't need Earl. He needs me. He should be rushing to fight me. I was unified in the weight division below. Get your crybaby ass out of here. Every interview you crying how somebody should be looking at you.
Danny got to fight. Shit. You know what I'm saying? He was unified.
How much did they offer Danny? I remember they sent an offer to Danny. How much?
They said $4 million to Danny.
Danny finna fight Earl now.
For more than $4 million.
Damn.
He gonna get that back end money. Ow!
Has it been? Do we know who Crawford's fight next, or is that still not?
Yeah, Kavalaskis belongs in a casket.
What's that guy?
Hey man, how long do Caesar supposed to get? Like 10 minutes?
Caesar, I gotta let you go. They mad at me. Yo, we going out to Boomerang Dumb. Don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. A race is a race.
What up, Dom?
Yo, what's good? Man, everybody talking about. Hold on. Let me switch to my motherfucking regular phone.
Holla.
Everybody talking about Bud Crawford, man. I really do like how he's promoting himself, though. I mean,
it's his fans. They know Bob doing a horrible job, so they anytime they see an Errol Spence title, they come out the woodworks, bro. They martyrs.
But I
heard
the people who brought him up, he don't even want to fuck with no more. I mean, LDBC was the one who really put him out there, like, hey, you need to fight Bud Crawford. Da da da. Now I heard he don't even fuck with the interviewers no more. He don't want to fuck with LDBC. So now, you know, the tables is turned in my. You know, because now Errol Spence is the champ. I mean, you got to fight everybody that you got. The rest of the people's in PBC, you got to just go over. You can fight Omar Figueroa, Mikey Garcia. The list goes fucking on. Shawn Porter, come on. And when the Shawn Porter fight, man, everybody makes it seem like, you know, Errol was the one who really had the hardest fight. Really, Danny did. Really, Keith Thurman did. I mean, Keith Thurman got hurt. I mean, everybody who fights Shawn Porter, they go through the fucking trenches. Stop acting like Errol is supposed to be a god. I mean, he's just a fighter. If Bud Crawford fought Shawn Porter and he did the same situation, what would y'all feel like, Mike? Would y'all feel like
I just want to see Bud fight a dude like Porter.
Thank you. Or Pascal. If Pascal dropped weight, yeah, maybe. But you know, thank you. What would Mike say if fucking Shawn Porter done roughed the fuck up out of a motherfucker?
Honestly, I'll step in for I think that he would say the same thing he said for Earl. Like, you know, like.
But he didn't. What if he didn't get the knockdown? What if he didn't get the knockdown like Earl?
But nothing tells us that. I think
because Bud doesn't have power to knock. I haven't seen him.
No, I think he's always knocked people down. He knocked Jeff Horn down, right?
Yeah, but Jeff Horn, he was a class. He was a school teacher before he was a boxer. He knocked down
on Dongo. He knocked out and a knockdown on Dongo.
I'm talking about in 147 division.
He got power. Yo, he got a 74% knockout ratio, champ.
I'm talking about 147 division. Has he knocked out someone like Shawn Porter, Danny
He ain't fought a Shawn Porter
Garcia?
yet. He ain't fought a Shawn Porter, but every welterweight he fought at welterweight, he knocked
Do
out.
you think he can knock out Shawn Porter like Errol Spence did?
We need to see
Because
it.
if you're gonna put Errol Spence and
I don't think
Crawford in the same shit,
I don't think Bob believes he could beat Shawn Porter. That's why Bob was trying to belittle and degrade Shawn Porter. He was trying to say that.
But
Ugas
I'm
was
asking
better.
Mike, not you, Ness. So step back. I'm asking, do you think?
You gone, champ? And you got 3 minutes on a boomerang. This guy is terrible. Stainless, talk to me.
What up, Stain?
Yo, I don't know how this turned into a Crawford conversation for real.
You know
got
how.
PBC calling about
Crawford,
how,
man. You
Hold
know
on.
This
Is
exactly
but let me
what
get
Crawford
my point across.
wants,
Let me get
man.
my point across. That just show you Crawford has stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, apparently Top Rank ain't doing what it need to do for him as far as promotion. But this man, just with a couple emojis, has put his name back in the conversation. Even if it's just, it started out as just him fighting Errol Spence. But now they like fight any other welterweight from PBC. So my man is getting an attraction behind his name, and he is doing his job as far as he can do.
Nah, man, that's what we saying. He out here clout chasing. He riding off the
But that's all
motherfucking
you can do.
coattails of Earl.
That's all you can do, though. Ness, hear me out. We all know about the Top Rank diet, right? That's a TBV term. It started here. Now, if all you can get is that Top Rank diet, and you know your fans and everybody else is like, this nigga fighting who? You know, the new Jeff Horn. Then you ain't out here talking about that fight. You out here talking about shit that keep you relevant in the conversation. And that's what Terrence Crawford is doing. Top Rank ain't doing that for Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford doing that shit for himself.
Terrence Crawford next fight was rumored to be Kell Brook, man. Top Rank is trying to sabotage poor Crawford.
And all he can do is keep shit together for himself, bruh. So that's what he's doing. He keeping himself relevant.
Hell
you know what I'm saying?
No. What he should be doing is jumping in the ring like Danny.
But what I should be doing is saying, please make sure you push the thumbs up and share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, because it's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Sure, for sure. All right, I think we got the everybody.
Nah. We got Alex Lemon on the line.
Oh,
we got
yes. Lemon,
Alex,
talk to me.
Yo, Ness, Mike. I gotta get a little bit of crow, man. I said that the numbers were gonna be like 180, man. That shit 350. That's good numbers. So congrats to you guys on that. Hey, so it wasn't just Mikey. That's what I was saying. I was wrong. I thought it was just Mikey. So you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we hear you.
Cool. So that's for sure. And then hey, about Bud, man. Listen, thank God Bud did do a little tweet. I wish it was better. I could have did a way better tweet for him than that. You know what I mean? I want him to do a call him out. Got to get his name up there. I mean, he's definitely the name in the welterweight division that needs to be faced. And I don't know why there's no pressure yet. But like right now, I'm not really tripping because I understand business. Like it makes more business sense for Earl to face Manny Pacquiao or even Danny Garcia because that's in house. Because as soon as they go and they try to make that fight with Bud, it's cross promote. We got 2 promotional companies. There's got to be a lot of money. The money has to be right. So if they like he said, 2020 or whatever at the end or whatever, it makes sense. So. But Bud, man, he needs somebody. He needs that name, and Khan ain't it. But it's dry out there, man. I don't know who. I can't come up with a name he could face that brings some interest. We need somebody for Bud, man.
He gets no name. They're gonna force him out that contract. They're gonna force him to look in the mirror and realize that it's time to leave.
Hey, after Manny Pacquiao and Danny Garcia, Earl shouldn't fight anybody else besides Bud though, because those are only 2 names that I feel are valid. That are like okay, he's fighting him instead of Bud. But if he fights anybody else besides Bud,
you
better not duck me, son. He already said he still want
rid of that
Thurman.
fight.
He already said he still want Thurman. The only guy to land that many punches on Manny Pacquiao.
Hey, the only duck that Thurman's eating all the ducks, bro. He's eating duck.
You fat shaming? Yo, 2020, we not supposed to be fat shaming. Yo, people, do bad things to themselves because other people laugh at their weight.
Oh shit.
Nah, I'm fucking with you, man. Yo. Jonathan Sims, what up, my man? My man keep hanging up and calling in. What the fuck? All right, well, Alex, man, thanks for calling in. Let me see. Mike, go ahead. We got
one. Aspira.
Damn, Juan, what up?
What's up, guys?
What's
you
up?
hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think we're putting too much responsibility on promoters when it has been proven in the past that fighters most of the time can't get their way. When Canelo wanted Lara, Golden Boy didn't want him, but Canelo put his foot down and they gave him Lara. Yes! Just recently, Ryan Garcia, when he was feeling not good with his promoter, he went to social media, he put some tweets out, he let it be known that he wasn't happy and he got the contract he wanted. So let me ask Mike a question, leaving the promoters aside. What, in your opinion, Mike, would be a good 6 month to a year plan for Terence Crawford to put himself in a better position to face Errol Spence?
You look at possibly if they can make a possible Shawn Porter
Thank you for
fight.
using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
I think of Shawn Porter, your Dennis Ugas, and Keith Thurman. I think those three fights will be, if they are willing to do a joint venture.
Hey, Juan, can I just ask you a question because I don't know. Maybe I cut out, or maybe you cut out when you told Mike that in your hypothetical question or scenario.
Yeah.
You included a magic lamp and a genie because this motherfucker asked for all PBC fighters.
I mean, he asked a question.
Yeah. That's what I'm hearing. But that's what he thinks.
He rubbing the lamp. Where's Will Smith?
I mean, he asked me a question. I mean, he said which are like 3 fights to get his profile up, and those 3 are fights that he will and should.
Okay, so let me add on the question. What would you think he needs to do to be able to fight those 3 PBC fighters? Because Ness seems to think it's impossible.
Now that will be up to the PBC side.
Do you think he's doing enough, though?
I mean, he has a belt, so yeah, he's doing enough. And
all right.
I don't know, man. Once upon a time, Eddie Hearn told Wilder to build his profile. He wasn't doing enough until he was doing enough.
He was coming for AJ, the king. With our analogy, he's not coming for the king. He's coming for guys that have
is the king.
One asked me, what can he do to build up for the Errol fight? He's coming at 3 guys who have no belts: Ugas, Porter, and Thurman.
Okay, fair play.
All right, Juan, thanks for calling in. Who else is next here? Is it Matt? Because he's
Yeah, Matt Garcia.
Matt Machine Gun.
BoxingVoice.com.
You invited him to the ring? Why?
Yo lo invité a que subiera. Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. ¡Viva México!
And like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
What up, TBV? What up?
What's going on, Big Dog?
What Crawford and Spence fans alike need to come to realize is this is just history repeating itself. This was the top-ranked plan for Manny Pacquiao. The only fight they wanted was Floyd. The only fight that Manny would get asked about by Max Kellerman every time is Floyd. Just like I was going to ask Crawford and Spence about fighting each other. This is just history repeating itself, and this is the one part of history I didn't want to see repeat itself because I thought we were in the era of the best fighting the best with no problem. Because now we're gonna be stuck in a scenario because look at what was about to happen. The same, it's gonna come to now. I fought this guy. Now I want to see how you did against this guy. This is why Kell Brook was even rumored for Bud Crawford because they were going to try to do better than Spence against Brook. That's just, you can't say that's not what the plan was. This is a bad. This is what I didn't like about Top Rank for Crawford because I knew they were going to do the same thing that they did with Manny Pacquiao. The only fight they want to ask for is Errol Spence, but now we're going to get, because it's just like the same thing with Floyd and Manny. I fought Ricky Hatton. Now you see if you can knock out Ricky Hatton faster. I fought Cotto. You fight Cotto. Where they're going to have opponents that don't meet just similar into this, but we're probably not going to get this fight maybe next year, maybe year after, about 2021, man. That's my call.
Hey, Machine Gun,
Yeah,
great copy.
man. I agree, man. I know people don't want to hear it. They want to say, I'm on some hating shit. It just doesn't make business sense. You could say, oh, now you a businessman. No, man, I just live in reality, man. I understand that there is a game plan, man. All of them have it, bro. Everyone has a game plan. Like, you think it's a coincidence that Oscar Valdez hasn't fought anybody, dog? Like, you think it's a coincidence that Gilberto Ramirez has only fought Jesse Hart?
Yeah,
Nah,
we're
man.
not talking about none of the guys are on the level of Terrence Crawford.
I know they're not. I know they're not. What I'm saying is promoters keep things in house.
If Loma can get all those fights with Gary Russell coming over and going over to fight Luke Campbell in the UK, why can't you do the same for Terrence?
So then why didn't he never fight Gary Russell again?
I mean, did he need to? Was it a close fight?
I mean, why not? Gary Russell's a champion again. He's a champion again.
He's in two-weight division higher than this.
I mean, you out here fighting a dude 2 weight divisions lower than you. You also out here fighting Corollas and Luke Campbells. Those guys are not Gary Russell.
It was a mandatory Luke Campbell.
Those guys are not Gary Russell, and those guys would be not favorited over Gary Russell.
Okay, well, that's cool. Well, then if you feel like that, then Lars, you got the rematch with Canelo. And so far and so on. Like, a lot of guys should got a rematch, but they didn't.
It's different when you're talking about Laura and Canelo. You see Canelo has multiple options, bro. We're talking about Vasil. He don't got options. Look at his fighters, man. He's fighting Miguel Mariaga, Nicholas Walters off a layoff. Like, come on.
Let's talk about recent history. He just fought Pedraza.
Okay.
Exactly.
In-house.
For a belt. Fought Luke Campbell for a belt. And possibly about to fight the winner of Teofimo for a belt.
He fought Luke Campbell for a vacant title, and he fought Pedraza for an in-house belt.
Okay, and it was still a belt, so he's trying to become undisputed. So, and he's going back down to 130.
No,
so
what he's doing is the same thing Earl's doing, picking up the belts on his side of his promotional company.
And that's why you say Earl got options, so do Vasil.
No, he don't, though. Okay. No, he don't. Nobody's happy with the people he's fighting, Mike. We just did a show this morning saying that his pay-per-views flopped. The broadcaster called it a failure, not me. 205 wasn't a success for them.
Yeah, over in the UK, I mean, I guess it wasn't a success.
I mean, it definitely ain't a success at $20.
Because people thought it was just such a lopsided, you know what I'm saying, kind of fight. But
exactly. Giving more credence to my statement that his opponents aren't on that level.
And it actually turned out to be a more competitive fight than we thought. You know what I'm saying? Luke Campbell didn't get stopped like a lot of those guys. He wasn't overwhelmed with the movement of Lomachenko. He was in there fighting his ass off. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that the opponent wasn't on the level. The guy was just better. And Lomachenko got options just like Earl. He got the Luke Campbell option, got the belt, had the Pedraza option, got the belt. Now he got the winner of Comey. Options, baby. No different than Earl. Earl got the Danny option, Earl got the Pacquiao option, and just coming off the Porter option to get a belt.
You would say anything to to try and look right for Crawford, bro, but that is wrong. The fact that you're trying to compare Earl to Lomachenko, okay? The opponents that Earl has on deck. Let me finish. Man. I stopped. I stopped and let you finish. The options, which are another word for opponents that Earl has on deck, cannot be compared. You just try to slide in, oh, Luke Campbell was an option just like Earl. No. Luke Campbell isn't Danny. Luke Campbell isn't Thurman. Luke
Why
Campbell.
we keep saying isn't Danny? What has Danny done at 147 that it just props Danny up so high?
He's done more than Luke Campbell, which is win a world title.
Okay,
Win a world title.
He won a vacant world title.
He won a world title.
Don't leave that out, nigga.
He won a world title.
And he fought a guy in Robert Guerrero coming off a fucking split decision and a loss to motherfucking Floyd Mayweather.
And Luke Campbell lost 2 world titles.
The same Robert Guerrero who fucking I can't talk now. The same Robert Guerrero who got knocked the fuck out by Omar Figueroa. And let's pick on Danny. Danny stepped up against Keith Thurman, lost. Stepped up against Shawn Porter, lost. So what the fuck has Danny done at 147? Beat Sammy Vargas? Hell, May Khan beat Sammy Vargas. What has he done at 147, Ness?
So, Mike, he knocked out Granados at 47. He became a champion at...
Okay, Granados that guy at 147.
So you asked me to let you talk. I do, and now you do the same thing I do. So I don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't even matter what I say, what Danny's done at 47, because he has done more at 47 and throughout his whole career. However you want to break it down, whether you want to just look at 40 or just look at 47, he's done more than Luke Campbell. He's done more than Anthony Corolla. He's done more than Miguel Mariaga. He's done more than Nicholas Walters. He's done more than Gary Russell. Should I continue? Should I continue or should I keep schooling
you? Up guys 2-3 years ago. I'm bringing up
the whole. He's done more than Pedraza.
135.
He's done more. He's done more than Pedraza.
Teofimo Lopez. Coleman. He's done 135 for undisputed. You bringing up shit 10 years ago, and I brought up what Danny did at 147. Not what he did 10 years ago, nigga.
Yo, this nigga just said fights that ain't even happened. Teofimo Coleman. You sound crazy.
That's not an option. That ain't an option for Lomachenko.
It ain't even happened.
That's not an option for Lomachenko.
We talking about the fighters he's fought.
Danny and fucking Earl fight happened yet?
Okay.
Has the Earl and Pacquiao fight happened yet?
Okay.
Options, right?
Listen.
The option.
Listen. You interrupted me because you said, "Yo, I'm talking about the recent fighters." Isn't Luke Campbell recent? Yes, he is. That's the last opponent. Is Luke Campbell? Has he ever done more than Danny in any part of Danny's career? Absolutely not. He's lost 2 times trying to fight for a title. Okay. I'm not done. I'm not done. Anthony Corolla, same thing. Lost multiple times attempting to fight for a title. Jose Pedraza has never done what Danny has done. Linares never done what Danny has done. Now, Rigondeaux, maybe it could be argued. Mariaga, no. Jason Sosa, no. Walters, no. Roman Martinez, no. Gamaliel Rodriguez, no. Gary Russell, no. Orlando Salido, maybe, because he's a 2-time world champion, but with all those losses, he could never be compared to Danny. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Bro, you going down nigga resume.
His whole resume.
15 points, so
his whole resume.
You're trying to make 15 points so I can't rebuttal. I'm talking about options at their current weight class. Now you want to go down somebody's resume and say what they haven't done.
The only reason I did that, the only reason
we're talking about what they doing at their current weight class.
Mike, the only reason I'm doing
you're not letting me fucking rebuttal shit. You're bringing up 15 fucking different points that I can't even get to. Like, you going out, he ain't done shit. He ain't done. But, okay, cool. We're not bringing up resumes. Only thing I said was Loma and Earl both have options. And you going down, well, Earl's options are better.
They are. They are. They are. You can't say that Earl and Loma have options when Loma ain't even a pay-per-view star.
Nigga.
They don't got options. Loma don't got options, nigga. Look, Danny is an option, not fucking Luke Campbell.
Danny ain't done shit at 147.
The fuck out of here.
Granados win.
You know what Danny done? You know what Danny done?
Win.
You know what Danny done?
You to a unified fucking championship bout.
You know what Danny done?
Win.
You know what Danny done?
Propel you to a unified championship bout.
You know what Danny done?
Saying.
You know what Danny done? Sell 16,000 at Barclays. Tell Lomachenko do that.
Now we bringing up.
Tell Lomachenko do that.
Lomachenko just sold out 20,000 at motherfucking O2 Arena. Tell Danny to do that. Tell Danny to do that.
What you mean where he flopped that? Where he flopped?
He still sold 20,000. Oh, we seen Danny sell out and do 600,000 on fucking Showtime. Where he flopped that? Nigga?
What? Flop? Man, you can only flop on pay-per-view. Get your ass out of here.
Okay.
You can
So
flop
when
on
AJ
ratings.
did 400,000, we had a show on that shit. When AJ did 400,000 on Showtime, we had a show on it. And we called it a flop.
Yeah.
Now our energy gonna change.
Yeah, that's a flop for AJ.
Okay. Now our energy gonna change. But American guy who fought on Floyd Mayweather undercard on pay-per-view, he's such a big star when he do it, it's not a flop.
Listen, my argument still remains.
Change the argument again.
No, my argument still remains. Luke Campbell and Danny, or Teofimo and Danny, or even Pacquiao, Thurman, like those options are different. That's my only argument. But we got a new caller called in.
FoxWords.com.
Oloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
FoxWords.com.
I tell you what Danny did that Terrence didn't do. He beat two former.
It ain't even Terrence, bro. I'm comparing him to to Campbell and Corolla, because he's like options. Like Luke Campbell ain't no option. That dude's a nobody that was already losing.
WBC world title.
But anyway, the only thing I wanted to call about was I figured it'd be 250 to 350 pay-per-views, so that's good. But Mike, I heard you say something about you still believe Crawford could get 50-50?
Yeah,
absolutely.
He gave the Wilder analogy. He made Crawford Wilder today.
Yo, look, here's the thing: is they both done 2 pay-per-views in America, and Bud literally got tripled by Earl. When you add them all up, that's at least 600 compared to 200,000. So I think a 60-40, maybe even a 55-45, is reasonable. Because at the end of the day, these two guys are gonna need each other to do the big number. Everybody has low pay-per-view numbers. You got to build to that. But the same way Oscar needed Felix and Floyd and Pacquiao and Bernard, the same way that Floyd needed Oscar, Canelo, and Pacquiao. In order to get pay-per-view buys, you got to have the right dance partner, like Ness always likes to talk
Joseph.
about. What's up, champ?
Who fought the better fighters at welterweight, Danny or Crawford?
So far, Danny.
Who has the better win at welterweight, Danny or Crawford?
That's still Danny.
No, yo, that's at least debatable.
Hold on. We got a host. Who?
The former world champions that Danny beat didn't win their title.
Ooh, I'm asking you who. You give me a name.
Holly's a better win than Jeff Horn.
Boy, Jeff Horn. I don't care what y'all say about Jeff Horn. Win and lost that fight. The fight between Pacquiao and Jeff Horn looked like night and day between Jeff Horn and fucking Crawford.
Okay,
Boy, please.
Holly went and stopped.
Boy, please. And we seen what fucking Pacquiao was able to do this turn.
Holly went in as
Boy,
an
please.
and stopped the guy for the world title.
Who?
What's his name?
Boy, get your ass up out of here. How about that?
Damn, yo, why Skype crashed on us again? That's it. I'm done. I'm not waiting for that shit again. It's late over here on the East. They gonna say I did it, but I'm out. That's GTO. Instagram and Twitter. Yo, it wasn't me. I'm telling you. And it takes mad long, bruh, to restart. So catch us on the next one. They said Horn would kill Paulie. Yo. I didn't think he was going to come with that Paulie answer, though. Keep it real. I thought he was going to have a better answer in his bag for that. That's difficult, Paulie. He's trying to base it off Paulie going to Ukraine and beating Sinchenko by stoppage, which was crazy, right? Like, at that time, right? Like, who the hell would have thought that Paulie would have went overseas and caught a stoppage. I'm stalling here. We almost halfway through the restart process, but that doesn't mean that Skype is going to be open. I'm going to have to go through all that again, man. I'm just saying, dog. I think I'm going to just ride out into the sunset and see y'all in the next morning show, man. It still ain't go. So, yeah, man, I'm out. SGGO, Instagram, and Twitter. Peace. Oh, let me see. I bet you they're going to be debating there, y'all. Watch this. As soon as I can reconnect, they're going to be arguing with each other. I bet you Stainless unmuted and they going at it. Mike hot today too. He hot. He can't look. Earl can't have success without Crawford fans getting upset. This is. I don't know. We gonna have to stop talking about these guys, man. Mike getting his blood pressure high. All right, we got Skype up now. Let's see. Here we go. Look. Shh. Let's see.
Division World Champion.
Fucking Paulie was goddamn me 85 Division World Champion.
Yeah.
I told y'all, yo, we snuck up on you, Mike. I told her, I said, watch Mike still be over here cursing. Look, yo, I forgot that you could tell when I joined the call, it says Ness's joined. He tried to be quiet. I heard you going in there, Paulie. Yo, Paulie went to Ukraine and did that shit.
Sinchenko. Whatever the fuck his name is. Where he is?
He stopped Ricky. He stopped Ricky Hatton.
Oh, you talking about the nigga who Mayweather and Pacquiao had stopped previously. So he want the same guy. Okay, cool.
Damn, you shooting people resume down. I was gonna be out actually. I was gonna be out actually, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna give y'all a chance to say bye, but I'm out now. Did we get to everybody?
Yeah, I think we got there. No, we got that dude that was coming in and out on Skype.
Who's that?
He the last one.
Who that?
Say Sid, man, on my side, but you called his name. He said, man, you keep on hanging up.
I'm still here.
Who?
All right, what's up? Hey, yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan.
Hey, and Ness, man, hold on. Didn't Ricky Hatton stop Paulie Maldonado?
I believe so. I'm not sure. I don't know. I gotta check. Maybe. I don't know, man.
I'm sorry, Jonathan, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know neither, but good evening, TBV family, man. Thanks for having me on. I didn't get to call in Sunday night after the fight, but I believe I had a flawless card. I thought Earl won. I thought he won 8-4, winning the following rounds: round 3, round 5, 6, 8, 10 through 12. So that's how I scored it, plus the knockdown. I thought it was cute that Danny got in the ring, but I don't think he deserved that next fight. Beating Granados to be the WB Silver is just not enough for me. I don't think that's fair to Porter. If he can't get Crawford or
so beating Khan deserves a shot at Earl.
No, having the belt deserves a shot at Earl, and not even that. That's what Earl said. That's what he said he wanted. I'm an Errol Spence fan, and that's his business plan. His business plan is to become undisputed champion at 147.
That was before Crawford started having that I'm the A-side energy shit.
Okay, even if we pull out Crawford's belt, Pacquiao is still out there. If you don't go for Pacquiao, it's only right that you rematch with Porter. Look at the numbers. That makes sense. That's more guaranteed than the unknown with Danny. I mean, Danny is a forecast based on previous history. This is the known. A bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. So to me, Porter deserved his rematch. And speaking of Porter, to the Porters, I just want to apologize. I mean, I knew they were going to win, but I could have been a better Spence supporter with another brother fighting. So I do apologize. I think what his dad does is great. And Shawn, I haven't always been a fan of you, but you earned my respect. And I'm glad that you fight for Ohio. You represented us well, my brother. I'm sorry that you lost, but hopefully you can get a rematch if Earl doesn't fight Pacquiao Crawford. Danny just doesn't make sense. It just, I mean, numbers wise, sure, but other than that, like, he hasn't earned it. Like, him getting in the ring just kind of just validates the whole WBC thing. But us fans should speak our voice by not. I mean, I don't want to say not supporting, but we should say something to Earl. Tweet about it, something like rematch Shawn. Rematch Shawn. That's fair. That's the only right way to do it. If you can't get Crawford or Pac-Man, that's what make logical sense. And I think a lot of people will stand behind that and support that because Shawn Porter put
So
it.
do you think the fight was that close that he deserves an immediate rematch?
No, I think with the fight yielded, that EBIT, what they took home, says that if you can't follow your business plan and go after a Crawford or Pacquiao, business wise, it makes sense to do a Porter. Look what we did. We did 350. So
Yeah,
at worst,
but that's the thing. Business models always show. I mean, business models also show that a popular fighter, both black and Puerto Rican, sell. That's
it do,
just a
but
sell.
are we not saying this was one of the greatest fights of the year at the very least?
We are, but
Is that not sell? Is that not boxing?
But that's not
Do we
enough,
not know the numbers?
Mr.
Do we
Sims.
not know the numbers?
That's not enough, especially in a day and age where Thurman's fight in some people's eyes was tight with Shawn. Danny's fight with Shawn was tight in some people's eyes, and now
guess what?
And now
We were all
and now
trending.
Earl's fight is tight in some people's eyes. So why wouldn't Danny or Thurman or Pacquiao or someone else get a shot if it's all comparable? They're all comparable. I am still on record saying. Let me finish my sentence. I'm still on record saying that that Thurman he beat Shawn better than Earl. Nobody was crying for rematch or calling in talking about Shawn got robbed. People were saying that in the Earl fight. So it's comparable. He ain't
Okay, and
real quick,
let me rebuttal with this because I can't be on the phone too much longer. You know what I'm saying? That people ain't gonna like that, and it's just not right. So let me finish my closing statement with this to that soliloquy Ness just gave. Yeah, and we were all had things were trending towards Shawn Porter at the very least rematching Keith. So with Keith out of the picture, Danny doing what Granados, it only makes sense if Pac-Man say no, which he shouldn't because they could do damn near $1 million, or they can't get the Porter deal done. That's what makes next sense. Like I said, they were turning that towards that with Keith and Shawn. If not, Danny and Shawn might have fucked around and still fought. So it only makes sense. We have the proof in the pudding with the numbers already being published. That's known. That's known data. They can market it a little better. It already started with the argument after the press conference. Earl first defense as unified champion versus Porter. If you can't continue to unify, it looks great. It says a lot about both guys, and they both deserve it. That's my call. Thank you so much.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even think they would do it, man. I don't care how much money they made. It's going to be difficult for those guys to go into an immediate rematch. For Earl, let alone. Earl didn't even think that fight was supposed to be that close. You think he's going to be rushing to go into an immediate rematch? Shh. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. And listen, he been calling knockouts for 2 fights straight. You don't think he wanted Danny in his life?
He ain't knocking Danny out either.
I know he ain't, but that might not be in his mind. In his mind, he might be like, damn, he's more flat-footed, he's slower, he's easier to hit.
Hey, did Joseph want his boomerang before he bounced up?
Go for it. Joe, you good?
Yo. Anyways, yeah, man, I'm sorry, but Danny still has the better argument of the better fight, the wins at welterweight currently. But we'll see, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, Spence and Crawford are going to need each other to make this big pay-per-view buy. I like the numbers by Spence. I'm not sure how I feel about doing every fight pay-per-view now. Even Oscar didn't do directly pay-per-view every fight. Canelo had his breaks with Kirkland and Smith. So I think, you got to put him a fight. If you're going to put him a soft touch, you got to put him a soft touch on Fox. Let him get a knockout. Let him get some people looking at him again. And then you go back to pay-per-view. But we'll see what happens, man. I'm still disappointed that it's looking like, we kind of PBC kind of shut the idea down before it even got started about the Crawford for 2020. I know most people will say it probably wasn't going to happen anyways, but I'd love to at least have gotten some negotiations. And like my brother said, man, we're starting to repeat history, man. I'm not feeling that, man. These guys
Well,
got to
that's
get it.
not what they said. They said they are going to try to negotiate. They got to wait for Pacquiao to say yes or no. Then they're going to try with Crawford. But Crawford is going to say no because
Danny been confirmed.
Crawford is going to say no because they're going to try and push Crawford to fight in January because that's when Earl wants to go. So it's going to be just like the AJ and Wilder negotiations. Like, yo, come fight me on my date in my venue. That ain't negotiations.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. So it kind of just puts the kibosh on everything. It's more of a play on Earl's side to say, hey, we tried to negotiate. They turned it down. It's more of the same tactics that, at the end of the day, while I feel like Spence will beat Crawford, it just, man, come on, let's get the fight over with, man. You know what I'm saying? I know we got to build, but this whole marinations thing, I don't know. I don't see, and like you always run into the risk when fights wait like this, somebody always gets picked off. Pacquiao got picked off. AJ got picked off. One of these guys will end up getting picked off before they get in together, man. But that's my call, bro.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. That's GTO, Instagram and Twitter.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. Peace out, man. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. And smash that thumbs up on the way out. Thank y'all.
Peace. Stainless, have a good night. It's the PBC. Huang, everybody that called in. Peace.